Paul McCartney and history. Paul McCartney, early years and career. Paul McCartney, born on June 18, 1942, in Liverpool, England, is a legendary singer-songwriter and musician known for being a founding member of the iconic rock band, the Beatles. James Paul McCartney was born to Mary Patricia and James Jim McCartney. He had a younger brother named Michael and a stepsister, Ruth. Paul's mother was a nurse and a midwife, and his father was a cotton salesman and jazz musician. Tragically, Paul's mother died of breast cancer when he was just 14 years old, leaving a profound impact on his life and art. Growing up in a musical household, young Paul was exposed to various genres of music, including jazz, blues, and rock and roll. He was particularly inspired by artists like Elvis Presley, Little Richard, and Buddy Holly. At the age of 11, Paul learned to play the guitar, and soon after, he met John Lennon, another aspiring musician, at a church fete. Their musical partnership would change the course of music history forever. The formation of the Beatles. In 1957, Paul joined a skiffle group called the Quarrymen, led by John Lennon. Over time, George Harrison, another talented guitarist, joined the band, solidifying the core of the Beatles. The group underwent various name changes before eventually settling on the Beatles in 1960, with the addition of drummer Pete Best and bassist Stuart Sutcliffe. As a bassist and a singer, Paul McCartney played a crucial role in shaping the Beatles' distinctive sound. His melodic bass lines and exceptional vocal harmonies, combined with Lennon's songwriting and vocals, became a defining characteristic of the band's music. The Beatles' rise to global stardom. The early 1960s witnessed the Beatles' meteoric rise to fame. Their residency at the Cavern Club in Liverpool helped them garner a devoted local following. Brian Epstein, a local record store manager, became their manager in 1961 and helped them secure a recording contract with Amy's Parlophone label. Their first single, Love Me Do, was released in 1962, and their second single, Please Please Me, achieved significant success, reaching the top of the UK charts. With each subsequent release, the Beatles' popularity grew exponentially, both in the UK and internationally. Beatlemania, a cultural phenomenon characterized by intense fan devotion, swept the world. The band's 1964 appearance on The Ed Sullivan Show in the United States marked a pivotal moment in their career, catapulting them to worldwide fame. Their songs, often credited as Lennon-McCartney compositions, encompassed a diverse range of styles, from pop and rock to experimental and psychedelic. Some of their most iconic songs include Hey Jude, Let It Be, Yesterday, Penny Lane, and Eleanor Rigby. Paul McCartney's vocal versatility was another vital aspect of the Beatles' success. In 1965, the Beatles' music began to evolve as they explored more complex and innovative sounds. Their album Rubber Soul marked a departure from their earlier, more straightforward pop songs, incorporating elements of folk, country, and introspective lyrics. In 1967, the Beatles released Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, widely regarded as one of the greatest albums in music history. Despite their musical triumphs, tensions began to arise within the band during the late 1960s. Personal and creative differences, along with business disputes, strained the relationship between the members. In 1968, the Beatles recorded the White Album, a double LP that showcased individual compositions from each member. In January 1969, the Beatles embarked on the Get Back sessions, which ultimately culminated in their iconic rooftop performance on the Apple Corps building in London. On April 10, 1970, Paul McCartney officially announced his departure from the Beatles, effectively marking the end of the band's storied journey. Following the breakup of the Beatles, Paul McCartney embarked on a highly successful solo career. In 1970, he released his debut solo album, McCartney, which showcased his multifaceted talents as a songwriter and musician. In 1971, Paul formed the band Wings with his wife Linda McCartney, guitarist Denny Lane, and drummer Denny Saywell. Wings achieved considerable commercial success and released hit songs such as Band on the Run, Live and Let Die, and Jet. The band disbanded in 1981, after which Paul continued his solo career. Paul McCartney's influence extended beyond his solo work, as he collaborated with various artists, including Stevie Wonder, Michael Jackson, and Elvis Costello, among others. His collaborations often resulted in chart-topping hits and further solidified his status as a music icon. Moreover, Paul McCartney has been actively involved in philanthropy and charitable work. He has supported numerous causes, including animal rights, environmental conservation, and campaigns against landmines and poverty. Paul McCartney's contributions to music and culture are immeasurable. As a member of the Beatles, he played an instrumental role in shaping the rock and roll landscape and influencing generations of musicians. Beyond his music, Paul McCartney's humanitarian efforts and dedication to charitable causes have inspired countless individuals to make a positive difference in the world. In conclusion, Paul McCartney's early years and career are a testament to his remarkable musical talent, creativity, and enduring legacy. From his humble beginnings in Liverpool to becoming one of the most celebrated musicians in history, Paul McCartney's journey has been filled with groundbreaking achievements and artistic brilliance. His role as a founding member of the Beatles, along with John Lennon, George Harrison, and Ringo Starr, revolutionized the music industry and redefined popular music as we know it. Their innovative sound, memorable melodies, and timeless lyrics resonated with a global audience and continue to captivate new generations of music enthusiasts. Paul McCartney's songwriting prowess remains unparalleled, and his ability to connect with listeners on a deep emotional level is a hallmark of his work. Whether crafting introspective ballads or energetic rock anthems, his songs possess a universal appeal that transcends time and cultural boundaries. The Beatles' journey from the vibrant Liverpool music scene to international superstardom was a remarkable saga that reflected the spirit of the 1960s. Their music became a catalyst for cultural change, challenging societal norms and sparking a cultural revolution known as Beatlemania. As the Beatles disbanded, Paul McCartney embarked on a solo career that showcased his musical versatility and ingenuity. From his debut solo album McCartney to his collaborations with Wings and his successful solo ventures, Paul continued to innovate and evolve as an artist. Thanks for watching.